Some mornings, we wake up without pain, but there is no real joy either. We brush our teeth, drink coffee, open our phones, and begin a day that looks exactly like yesterday. There is no tragedy, no collapse, just a quiet emptiness that is hard to name. We are not in despair, but we do not feel alive. Maybe, at some brief moment, you have asked yourself, is this all there is to life? If you have ever thought that, this video is not here to comfort you. It is here to wake you up, not with motivation, but with uncomfortable questions. This is a journey inward, where Nietzsche, Carl Jung, and ancient stories meet. Not to give you ready-made answers, but to force you to answer for yourself. Listen slowly, and let yourself face yourself. Modern life is very good at one thing. It keeps people busy enough to avoid feeling empty. We are taught how to make money, how to succeed, how to be stable, but almost no one teaches us how to live. We are told that as long as we do not suffer, life is good. But no one tells us that a painless life can still be a dead one. We learn to do everything right. The right job, the right age, the right expectations. And one day, we realize none of it truly belongs to us. The most frightening thing is not failure. It is success in a life we did not choose. There is a special kind of loss, one that is hard to describe. It is losing yourself slowly through small, harmless choices. Nietzsche called this the life of the herd, safe, but without a soul. If this makes you uncomfortable, perhaps something inside you is waking up. Nietzsche was not a comfortable philosopher. He did not try to make people feel better. He tried to destroy what they never dared to question. He asked a simple question. Why do you believe this is right? Not right for others, but right for you. He saw that most human morality did not come from goodness. It came from fear. Fear of being different, fear of punishment, fear of rejection. So people called obedience morality. They called weakness virtue. They called fear being good. Nietzsche called this slave morality, not because it is evil, but because it is born from powerlessness. He spoke of another kind of morality, the morality of those who create their own values, those who do not ask permission to be themselves, not to rule others, but to not be ruled from within. This leads to a difficult question. Are you kind because you choose to be, or because you are afraid of judgment? Pause here and answer honestly. When Nietzsche said, God is dead, he was not celebrating, he was worried. He understood that when absolute values collapse, people no longer know why they live. Before, meaning was given. Right and wrong were defined. Truth had an authority. Now, science grows, faith weakens, and humans stand alone before the question, why should I live? Nietzsche called this nihilism, not sadness, but emptiness. And emptiness people try to escape through consumption, through entertainment, through constant busyness. But busyness does not fill the void. It only helps us forget it is there. Nietzsche did not want us to return to old beliefs. He wanted us strong enough to live without hiding. True freedom does not come from having answers. It comes from living without borrowed answers. Many people misunderstand this idea. They think the will to power means domination, violence, control. Nietzsche did not mean that. He saw life as a force that wants to grow, to expand, to overcome itself. The will to power is not winning over others. It is not surrendering to yourself. It is facing fear, speaking truth, refusing to live only the role given to you. A person without will to power lives to be accepted. A person with will to power lives to be honest. These two paths rarely lead to the same place. Nietzsche did not promise happiness. He promised intensity, a life with conflict, with pain, but a life that is yours. Modern people hate suffering. We try to escape it at all costs. Nietzsche did not. He said, suffering is not the enemy, resentment is. Amor fati, love of fate, is not surrender. It means saying yes to your whole life, even the parts you do not like, not because they are good, but because they are yours. Nietzsche wrote, "My formula for greatness is to want nothing to be different, not changing the past, not denying failure, not wishing to be someone else." This idea is hard to accept because it removes the right to complain. But in return, it gives the right to grow. The Übermensch is not a superhero, not someone above others. It is someone above who they were yesterday. They do not need applause. They do not need approval. They do not need to be told they are right. They create their own values and take full responsibility for them. They may be lonely, but they are not empty. They may be misunderstood, but they are not false. The Übermensch is not a destination. It is a continuous process of self-overcoming. At this point, you may ask, am I living or only repeating? Nietzsche offered a thought experiment, not to prove something, but to test you. If you had to live this exact life again, every moment, forever, would you accept it? If the answer is no, that is okay. But do not ignore the question. It shows what in your life is wrong. Eternal recurrence does not demand perfection. It demands presence. Do not sleep through your life. Do not wait for another day. Live as if every moment matters infinitely. Carl Jung looked inward. He saw that most suffering comes from living against oneself. He called this fragmentation. We wear masks, play roles, and abandon parts of ourselves. Jung called those parts the shadow. The shadow does not disappear when ignored. It becomes dangerous. It appears as anger, as procrastination, as destructive relationships. Jung did not say to destroy the shadow. He said to face it. When you do, you become whole. Individuation is the process of becoming yourself, not perfect, but real. Humans tell stories, not for entertainment, but for understanding themselves. Sisyphus pushes the stone not for results, but for dignity in action. Icarus flies too high, not because he is foolish, but because desire lacks balance. Pandora opens the box, not because she is evil, but because curiosity is unconscious. Prometheus suffers, not for glory, but to give fire to humanity. These stories are not old. They are waiting for you to live them through your own life. No philosophy can save you. No video can change you. Only a moment of honesty between you and yourself. If this video made you uncomfortable, that is a good sign. It means you touched something real. Life does not need you to be great. It needs you to be alive, not borrowed, not pretending, not hiding. And if you must live this life again, live it so you can say, I chose this.